Guys, how are we? Nick from the Boxing Cartel. So I've got an awesome video here today talking about finding your identity in your gym. Now, if you're new to owning a gym, you've never owned a gym before, this video is going to help you a hell of a lot. Finding your identity is extremely important, and the sooner you figure it out, the way better off you're going to be. And look, some people get it right at the start, some people don't. But it's important that you definitely get it down pat early on. It's very important you know why you're doing this. Why are you doing this? Ask yourself that question, and I'll give you an example. Why am I doing this with the Boxing Cartel? Because I believe boxing is the best vehicle to help transform people's lives. It's the best vehicle to help empower people's lives. So I'm empowering people's lives through boxing. That's the vehicle that I'm using to help people, essentially. Now, everybody's going to be different, but that's just an example of figuring out why you're doing what you're doing. Also very important that you know who you're doing it for. So we are helping everyday people transform their lives through boxing, okay? And we've got that down pat, we know it. And that's our goal. And we know that if we can get a boxing cartel in every corner of the globe, everywhere, then we're going to help thousands, if not millions of people change their lives and live better. So we have a quote in our gym that says, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream," which we use that as our gym motto because so many people walk through the door of different ages and they all think that, you know, they're stuck in the current life they have, even though they want something better. They think they're stuck. So we are here to help them realise they're not stuck at all. They just needed a kick in the backside, a spark, which is what we are, to help them realise that. So what do people become when they come to your gym? Like, what's the end goal for them? As I've just explained, we help people realise that there's so much more they can achieve, no matter what age they are. We help them realise that that's what they can achieve, and that's our end goal. Is, again, ties back into why you're doing this, to empower people through boxing to be better, okay? And that's the end goal. When they walk through this door and then they leave, we've created a better person. And you know, they've done it themselves too by being consistent and disciplined. But that is our end goal, to create a better person through boxing. It's very important, once you get your identity down pat, you stick to it. You back it and be confident about it. You know, another part of your identity that's formed is we're very protective of the energy in this place. We do not want people with uncontrolled egos. You know, you can go to a lot of different gyms around the world and there's always going to be people in there with uncontrolled egos. But we're very strict on that. We have no problem with people that have egos. I mean, I have an ego. But we need to be in control of our egos. There's a time and a place to let it run wild. This setting is for positive people that are trying to better themselves. So the last thing you want in this environment is people with an out of control ego running around crazy. So we're very, very big on that, and that's why we're able to create the identity and the culture that we have so far.